8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, everybody. Episode 27 of Midlife Vices. What did you say? We've been watching TV since we were kids. When we're great, we're slightly below average. What is going on, Jim?
Not much, Steve. A whole lot of Modern Family. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, been keeping busy?
That's pretty much the only show I'm watching at the moment. We kids go to bed, we put it on, we just leave it on until we go to bed. Which is probably 4 episodes at the most.
Yeah.
But somewhere in that neighborhood.
What season you up to?
We're in season 2 now. Only like 4 or 5 episodes in.
Okay.
It's a fantastic show.
Yeah.
This is gonna bump something off my top 10 list of favorite sitcoms.
Yeah. Well, this is one that won a lot of awards, like Emmys.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's not a character on the show I don't like.
Right.
And they all make me laugh.
They do. Yeah.
In some way. You know, it's man, is it funny. Even the one I don't understand, Gloria, makes me laugh. And they had a whole episode about that. So
yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that's why I like. They all make fun of themselves. Like that's definitely one of the fun parts of that show. Is none of them take themselves too seriously.
No,
Phil. Really good.
Phil might end up being in my top 5 all-time TV characters.
Oh, he's good, right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he cracks me up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's
like I said. I think I described him the first time you'd first watch it as like a toned down version of Michael Scott.
And yes, it's getting more and more like that.
Yeah.
He's I don't know. I can't even explain. He's just, man, he's funny.
It is. Yeah, he is. He's
I mean,
funny.
even his wife.
His son's funny. Yeah.
So my wife made a comparison last night to his wife in the show, who's from the only other thing I've seen her in is Lost as Jack's wife. But my wife says, that reminds me of Monica from Friends.
Uh-huh. Huh.
I find her a lot more likable than Monica.
Yeah.
I don't like Monica and Friends at all.
No.
I found her very likable, and at least you see where she's coming from. Let's put it that way.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No. Yeah, really good.
So got that.
Have you read anything?
No.
But you ordered some stuff, right?
Oh, I've ordered a ton of stuff. I got Black Friday deal on Amazon. I got the Player's Handbook for Dungeons and Dragons and the the Dungeon Master's Guide. I got both books for under $40, which they're normally $49 a piece. So
yeah,
can't beat that. And let's see, did I order anything else? You probably know more than I do. Did I spend any more of my money?
I don't know. I don't know if you got some more. That might have been before last show. You got the other Lemire books ordered or in. That was before last show, I think.
Well, I got some of his covers came in.
Right.
Yeah. Got a couple of those. Behold Behemoth. And I think I got Sweet Tooth. A couple issues of Sweet Tooth. That was from the comic shop. That's right. So, yeah, that's about it for me. Nothing too exciting.
Yeah, I haven't read a single book again. I did organize some books today. I actually got some loaded into my CLZ and then moved some boxes around again. And
I did that as well. I actually took my oldest upstairs and finally cleaned up all my stuff I had just laying around.
Yeah, I've been where when I sort them, I've been going through and putting them in old boxes. And now what I've done is I've just kind of sealed those old boxes off because I get tired of having to dig for them every time, and just have a couple empty new boxes, and I'll just start filing new from this point on. And maybe 10 years down the road, I'll go reorganize the entire thing. But it's just too much to be moving box A to box, from spot to spot, so I could get stuff where it needs to go to be alphabetical.
Well, that, and I feel like I'm going to damage a comic every time I go to move it.
Yeah.
Well, not that I really care, I guess. But
Yeah. But yeah, so no reading, but watching. Finished watching The Patient. Yeah, great finale.
oh, good.
Great show altogether.
Is there going to be more?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
So
don't know.
it ends in a place where it could be done.
It could. It could, but it wouldn't be the. It could, but it wouldn't be the same. I guess I don't know. I mean, I was talking with DC, and he could see a sequel or a second season, and I don't disagree with him. But yeah, just a great show. And then the Walking Dead finale, series finale happened since last time we did a show. Yeah, I mean, it ended good. I wasn't a fan of the episode itself, but the actual ending I was okay with. It wasn't too far separated from the way the comics ended. So there's no real conclusion.
Just stops.
Well, it stops. It puts. It's probably the brightest episode of the entire 11 seasons. But yeah, I just expected something different from it, I guess. But no, it was good. I wasn't disappointed with the finale itself, just with the episode itself, if that makes sense.
You wish it was more dark and gritty?
Absolutely. Always. So, but no, just those two shows, and then just continuing on. We're into season 5 now of Breaking Bad for the second time.
Oh, wow.
Walt's really going crazy now and really embraced his bad side. He is definitely broken bad at this point. Sherry didn't remember she didn't remember the ending of season 4. That's the face-off episode with Gus in the old folks' home. She didn't remember that at all. Like watching this a second time for her is a whole new experience again, which is great. And so when he comes stumbling out of the room, she's like, "No way he survived. He can't still be here." And then he turns, and she just started dying laughing at it because it just caught her off guard. But I wish I could watch. Well, I kind of do, I guess. Watch old shows and have them be brand new.
Yeah, very few.
Yeah,
are like that for me.
Yeah.
But how was your Thanksgiving?
Really good. Yeah, really good. A lot of driving, but the food was great. Too much of it.
Which, just for I have done nothing since we were in DMs earlier, except for look for fruitcake recipes. You want to talk about unhealthy food?
Oh yeah.
I did not realize how unhealthy something like that would be.
I mean, it's got fruit in it. It's got to be good, right?
Well, it's not just fruit, though. It's dried fruit.
I know.
Which is, I mean, unless you dehydrate it yourself, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then ton of sugar, ton of eggs. Anyway, it's not healthy. So we will not be making that. So
it's no. Again, we don't have it every year, but when we do have it, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's something I should like. In theory, I like fruit. I like cake. Put them together. What's not to like?
Cake, good. Yeah.
Fruit, good. Nuts, good.
It's like fruitcake's kind of like meatloaf, where it kind of gets a bad rap. It's like, and the only thing I can think is people eat this stuff at like buffets and Golden Corral or something is where they're getting their meatloaf and fruitcake because they always talk about it like it's a last resort. But man, both of those things I just love.
There's nothing better than day old meatloaf sandwich.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. Yep. It
now
is.
We're going to
but no, so we did a lot of, we had a 3-hour drive there, 3-hour drive back. And we were there for about 4 or 5 hours at my sister's house. So more driving than anything else, but no, it was good.
Good. I'm glad you had a good one. I have sick kids, which they're finally seem to be getting healthy.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
There was a lot of pie, that's for sure.
I like pie.
There was a pumpkin pie, banana cream pie, which is after lemon meringue. Banana cream is my favorite, but there was no lemon meringue. So there was an apple pie. There was a cherry cheesecake. There was a pumpkin cheesecake. Yeah, there was a lot.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
And then what does my wife do when we get home the next day? She gets on the scale and she's like, I can't believe I gained 2 pounds. Like, why would you put yourself through that?
And it don't happen that fast. It's water weight from the day before. Or,
yeah, it's all of that, sure.
Yeah.
But why would you put yourself through that? You know it's not going to come out well.
Yeah. Now, do you guys weigh yourself at the same time every day?
Once a week.
Once a week, but at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
Yeah. So yeah, for the Weight Watchers, we were doing. I would do it first thing in the morning right after I get up. She does it after workout and shower before she eats breakfast. So
good stuff.
But yeah, always the same time. Yeah, because for me, like if I could be 4 pounds different at the end of the day if I was to be, weighing myself.
Yeah, I fluctuate 5 pounds every day.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. So you guys had a good Thanksgiving then?
Yeah,
we were at home.
We stayed at home. Like I said, my youngest is sick, so we stayed at home. We my wife cooked. She did everything but the turkey. I took the turkey from my in-laws. They did the turkey, so I went down there and picked some of that up. But my wife makes the pumpkin pie from scratch. My son actually went with his kindergarten class, went to an orchard and picked the pumpkin. So we made a pie out of that pumpkin.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, my wife's amazing. So
yeah,
if I ever talk bad about her, we're just fighting because she's amazing.
So. Yeah, I hear you. So you guys do anything different Christmas dinner wise than you do Thanksgiving, or are they pretty much similar?
Well, it's a bigger gathering generally.
Yeah.
My wife's sister comes down. We all meet at my in-laws' house. We all just draw names for Christmas, so we don't buy everybody something.
Gotcha.
But it's just yeah. My father-in-law generally does the cooking. He's a fantastic cook. He grills everything, so he'll probably grill something on Christmas. And nice. When it's December in Iowa and it's 15 below and he's out there grilling because he loves it, it's generally pretty good.
Well, that's what was funny was when I was stationed in England, we lived about 45 minutes from the base, so it was an entirely British community. And I'd be out there grilling year round. I'd be out there in my, with my parka on in the middle of wintertime, barbecuing something because that's what we do. And neighbors, it took them a while to kind of get used to that because really over there, until recently, a barbecue was almost just like a summertime once or twice, almost for like a family reunion, family gathering type thing. They would do once a year for a party or something, or they do it more now, but at the time, not a whole lot. So seeing somebody out there when it was snowing with the barbecue going was something awesome. Different for sure. But yeah, there's no bad time to barbecue.
No. That's why I like my smoker because I just throw it in there and leave. It's nice.
Yeah. Cool. So this week, if we haven't mentioned it, is going to be our top 10 catchphrases. Top 10 catchphrases, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. So no news or rumors this week. So that's going to take.
Oh, yes. Wow.
I'll show you mine. What do you got for us this week, Jim?
All right. So I have an action figure. A figure I almost did not buy and it's probably my favorite figure in my entire collection now. It's a G.I. Joe classified figure. It's Prophet Director Destro.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool.
And they also call him Pimp Daddy Destro. And when I first saw it, I thought it was ridiculous.
Uh,
But I tell you what, I love this figure. Got the flaming cash. This briefcase, gold briefcase, actually opens, I think, but I'm not taking it out of his hand because I don't want to break a thumb. You know, the sunglasses come off.
that's cool.
Chain. Yeah. Quickly became my favorite figure in my entire collection. It's just ridiculous, but in all the right ways.
Nice.
So
Like it.
Yeah, from almost not buying it to probably the one I look at and
Yeah.
play with the accessories the most.
How many G.I. Joe figures do you have? Do you have many?
20 some?
Cool.
I don't know. I'll give them a count, but
Well, I mean, that's around now.
Well, I have 3 Cobra Commanders. So if the Cobra Commander comes out, I buy it. So
Well, because of the Walking Dead finale, I thought I would show this one here. This is Merle Dixon action figure, and it's signed by Michael Rucker. My stepson bought it for me at a con up in Vancouver. So
I can't see the face. Who is it? I mean,
it's Merle Dixon.
Yeah,
and it's signed by Michael Rucker, who played Merle on the TV show.
Nice.
That Merle there doesn't look. I mean, Merle. I don't know if you're familiar with Merle.
I'm not.
No, he's well on the show. He's played by Michael Rucker. You're familiar with Michael Rucker?
I mean,
He's the one who plays on Guardians of the Galaxy. He's the blue guy. I can't even think of his name now.
Yep. Okay, that's who I actually thought it was.
Yeah, that's him. So he's the one who signed that.
Yeah, I don't know who. I have no clue who that is in the show. Of course, I've only seen a few episodes, so
it never seems like it should be so hard to move this in the right direction, but it's all reversed, and I can never get it right when I'm.
Not only that, but I forget after I figure it out.
Yeah,
and figure it out, and then I put my hand down, and then you come back up, and you've got to learn all over again.
I mean, you could do the screen mirrored, but then everything's written backwards and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So that's what I had for the.
Oh, yes. Wow.
And I'll show you mine.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a few of those. I've been trying not to buy too much more stuff and focus on the Ninja Turtle stuff mostly. But here and there, I'll come across something.
It has to be a great deal now for me to buy a figure.
Yeah. Well, I just ordered a Last Ronin NECA figure that Wes Greer showed on his that he just got, because I'd ordered one through Diamond Select back in July through Amazon, and it got delayed, and then it got canceled. I don't know if it just isn't going to get made or if it's just pushed back again. But then he showed the NECA one I didn't even know was there, so I ordered that. So that should be here real soon. So looking forward to that. That's going to pair nicely with my Last Ronin hardcover.
Nice.
So that's going to go really good.
Now, are you actually displaying them together?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think I've seen a setup. Have you posted any pics of that?
No.
Okay.
No. The only thing I've posted is I showed the volume 4 with Donatello on the cover with my Donatello.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I remember.
I don't have the. I'm still waiting for the Last Ronin figure to come in the mail.
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering if you've shared any other pics of any of your hardcovers with the figures.
I don't have any of the other ones yet, other than Donatello.
Oh, so just a
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
No. I mean, I know I don't meet your collecting standards, like collecting all the turtles and stuff. I just.
my standards of no turtles.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I'm actually trying to stick with Donatello, other than the Last Ronin figure. It
So
just looks
Donatello
really
and
cool.
Michelangelo.
Well, no, just as the Last Ronin, though, not as.
Just because he's the last one standing, don't mean it's not Michelangelo.
Oh, I know that, but that's like saying I'm collecting Clark Kent. If I'm just collecting Superman figures, I'm just collecting Superman. I'm not collecting Clark Kent figures. I wouldn't collect him out of costume. Does that make sense? If they had a figure with Clark Kent with glasses on, I wouldn't collect him.
No. That makes sense, but that's not what you're doing with the Turtles.
Sure it is, because he's in a whole different costume.
So you're still collecting a different one than Donatello.
Right. Just the Last Ronin. Donatello or the Last Ronin. Not specifically Michelangelo. Just him.
That's who that is.
Just his Last Ronin figure.
That's who that is, though.
Oh, it is. But I'm not collecting any other Michelangelo figures.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just
saying. Now you just spoiled the Last Ronin for anybody who hasn't read it. Way to go. Now they have no reason to read chapter 1. I know.
If you haven't read it yet, you're not
exactly. Exactly. What is the time limit? What is the time limit? You're like the only person
that I do that to, by the way. I don't know why.
I don't know. We have a very
combative,
interesting dynamic. Yeah. Usually we just keep it to the fantasy football DMs though, or the main chat, main feed. Of course, now we're talking to each other in regular DMs, just talking normal. Right?
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Yeah,
a totally different conversation, unrelated to the trolling each other.
Yeah, but I always get a kick out of what people like, man, they're really jerks to one another. And then we're in our regular DMs just chatting about our kids and your dog and my, it's just...
Yeah. Cool. All right. So
you have a mail message.
We have some mail messages here. First one, this is a repeat writer. This is Chris from Pawnee. Hey guys, this show is literally the best show to drop every Wednesday at noon Central. It makes me so happy. Thank you, Chris from Pawnee. You are literally my favorite male person.
So positive.
Favorite, viewer. He is always positive. Absolutely. Cliff from Brooklyn. He says, my wife watches your show every week. She's a big fan. Can you please pass on to her that I'm perfectly capable of repairing my own dishwasher? Cliff, I will. What's her name? Oh, Claire. Cliff can take care of his own dishwasher. He does not need to hire a repairman. Give the guy a break. And the last one, Les from Cincinnati. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I spent the day with hundreds of people who gathered to witness what has been described as perhaps the greatest turkey event in Thanksgiving Day history. Awesome to hear, Les. I'm glad you enjoyed Thanksgiving. As you heard, we did as well. Keep watching. Keep sending the letters. Really appreciate you.
You have a mail message.
We love the cards and the letters. Keep them coming, people.
We like cash.
We like cash. Yep, we like cash. Always. So that's going to take us into our list for the week. And this list is our top 10 TV catchphrases. Top 10 TV catchphrases.
All right, I got to thank my wife for giving me like 7 out of my 10.
Okay.
What
do you got for number 10?
Number 10 comes from your favorite show, Live Together, Die Alone.
Oh,
Lost.
I can't believe that's not on my list.
I can't believe it either. She reminds me of all these things. I think she enjoys doing these lists more than I do.
Yeah.
And then we get through like 8 of them, and then I have to go through my list and tell her, okay, so this is my list, not just yours. So I gotta kick some of these out. So
definitely.
So yeah.
My wife loves the list too. I mean, she doesn't help me. Well, she does. She offers choices, but she loves watching us read our list too. So that's probably all she watches, which is good. I like that. So Live Together, Die Alone. That's like episode 3 or 4 of Lost. That's really early on. Right before they go to the.
It recurs.
right before they go to the caves. Oh yeah, it does absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it
and-
occurs every time they go through the time travel loop.
yes.
All right, my number 10 is Doe, Homer Simpson. I mean, there's no real I mean, everybody who watches The Simpsons or is even remotely aware of The Simpsons or Homer himself is aware of that catchphrase.
Yeah. It would make mine if I've watched more of The Simpsons.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I haven't watched in years, but I mean, you can have not watched for 15 years and you can still have seen 10 seasons. So
could have seen half of them.
yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah. You know what's funny with Homer? He started off the series was all about Bart, and what did it take about 7 or 8 seasons where it pretty much became Homer's show.
Homer, and then of all the characters that I find the funniest, probably Grandpa.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you remember when Simpsons first started on Fox? Well, do you remember when Fox first started when it wasn't even a?
I do. Mm-hmm. I mean, The Simpsons started on the Tracy Ullman show, correct?
They had the Simpsons. They had the Tracy Ullman show. They had.
Well, that's where The Simpsons started.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Tracy Ullman, and then there was, I can't even remember what else was on it. And it all grew.
Jim Carrey, the
Oh yeah, in Living Color.
In Living Color.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was hilarious.
They also had Cops.
Way to go, Jim. Never mind. I'll tell you later in DM.
Okay.
So my number 10 is Dope by Homer Simpson.
All right, my number 9 is it's going to be Legendary. How I Met Your Mother, Barney Stinson. One of my favorite characters in TV. He's up there.
Yeah.
I don't think he made my list. He probably should have.
I think he made you. I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's cracks me up, and he has so many. It's
he does. Yeah.
Do you have anything from him on yours?
No, I knew you would put that. I was gonna put Suit Up.
Suit Up is.
I didn't put that one.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed that one too, especially especially the Halloween episode. Flight Suit Up. I love when he does stuff like that.
Last night we watched it would have been the final episode of season 2 and then the first episode of season 3. So it ends with the breakup and them standing outside and him giving the legend, wait for it. And then season 3 starts with the dairy. So that's probably the longest pause in there for that catchphrase, I would imagine. And of course, the episode 1 is the he gets the countdown timer for the slap on his computer at the end of the first episode of season 3. He's like 55 days or whatever. So
yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, no, that's definitely a great catchphrase. And it will probably join my list at some point once I'm more into the show. It's only been used like 2 or 3 times so far at this point, and really once only memorably. So, yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think my favorite is the legend. Wait for it, unless you're, lactose intolerant dairy. I enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
all right.
My number 9.
My number 9, Lucy, you got some splaining to do. We watch the show quite a bit. My wife has the DVD or Blu-ray collection of these. We haven't watched it in a while. We used to watch it more than we do now. But of course, Desi says that quite often. It's a really, really popular phrase. So, yeah.
It is. I don't know if I've ever watched a whole episode of I Love.
Oh, there's some really funny ones. Really funny
I've seen a lot of the famous skits,
yeah, sure.
The grape thing and the chocolate factory and
right. Yeah, a lot of it gets repetitive. So it's episode here, and individual episodes, standalone are hilarious. It could get a little too much if you're watching episode
Over.
after episode. So, but I couldn't pass that one up. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. All right. My number 8 is from Star Trek, Live Long and Prosper.
good one. Good one.
I can't do that, so I'm not even going to try.
You can't do that?
No, I can't even come close.
Can you go from that to
Oh,
that?
wait. I came close.
You did come close.
No.
No. How dorky am I,
45
right?
minutes of this.
How dorky am I? I don't know why we can't get more viewers. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So if we had any cool points at all,
I'd listen.
we just lost, or I just lost most of them for us. So yeah.
Star Trek, which I haven't watched a whole lot of the show other than The Next Generation, but I think everyone knows that phrase.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think I've ever used it though. So
No. All right. My number 8. Nanu.
oh, this is my number 6.
Is it?
Yes.
And also, there we go again.
That's a different joke.
Right? Mork did the same thing as Spock. So yeah. Nanu. So obviously, if you've watched the show, that's from Mork and Mindy. If you've never watched Mork and Mindy and you can find it streaming, I don't know if it's streaming or not.
I don't
Go
think so.
watch it. It is just Robin Williams when he was at his best. Just hilarious.
And if you want to watch a show that just has a loose direction and then just let people go, wait till Jonathan Winters comes on the show.
Oh. Yeah. Jonathan Winters was the first Benjamin Button, really, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
He was born full-size adult in an egg and then grew younger. I mean, he never grew younger on the show, but that was the theory behind it all.
Yeah. They're way ahead of their time.
They were way ahead. I remember waiting. I don't even remember the episode specifically, but I remember waiting when the egg was there, just waiting for it to hatch.
I do too. Yeah,
And,
I remember that as well. I don't even know the actress name that played Mindy.
I can't remember.
I mean, that's kind of sad that she's completely forgotten about.
Yeah.
And maybe she's not. Maybe other people know. But
And of course, Mork started on Happy Days.
yes.
So Mork and Mindy was a spinoff of Happy Days, along with Laverne and Shirley and a couple other shows.
Yeah, it was a good episode of Happy Days. I really enjoyed that. It was a dream sequence with Richie.
Yeah.
Yep, I enjoyed that episode.
So number 8 is Nanu.
All right. My number 7 is from the other sci-fi franchise, May the Force Be With You. Just because I don't think I could do this list without having those two on it.
No.
I think they're probably the most famous.
Yeah.
Not my favorite thing because it's not like I go around saying them, but.
Right. Do you go around saying any of these? Well, some of them you do, huh? You probably use Legendary quite a bit.
Yeah. 1, 2. Okay, I would say 5 of these I use pretty regularly.
Nice.
Yeah, which means we're moving into it.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them I say just because it's part of normal conversation, but
right. Nice.
But yeah,
right.
Okay. May the Force be with you. Star Wars.
Sure.
1977. George Lucas. If you don't
My
know
number
it, go watch. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I think it might be successful.
Yes.
I think it's got a shot to make it. Yeah. My number 7 is Did I Do That? Steve Urkel.
Oh, really?
Family Matters. Did I do that?
Yeah, I couldn't put that one on here.
It was obviously he was the nerdy kid that
Jaleel White.
Yeah. Wore his suspenders with his pants up to his nipples, basically, and was always hitting on the. He reminded me so much of myself.
Really?
No, not at all. I never wore suspenders.
I just immediately jumped to The Jerk. I was born a poor black child.
Down in Mississippi. Yeah, that was. What made you think of that?
You said he reminds me of me.
Oh, there you go.
So,
That's right. So, yeah. So we watched. That was a show we watched regularly every week. It wasn't my favorite show, but as far as catchphrases go, that one's definitely up there for
yeah,
me.
I don't think I didn't watch that week to week.
Of course, it had the cop from Die Hard. So
What was his name?
on the show,
His name is Carl on the show, but
yeah,
I can't remember his real name.
I don't know.
All right, so we're on to number 6, right?
We're up to number 6. We are flying through.
Yeah, mine was Nanu Nanu.
Okay, that's right.
I'm gonna, if I can find a way to make this even shorter, I'm going to. Nanu Nanu.
My number 6 was not so much one specific show, but it was specific to an actor, and that is Joey Lawrence from Blossom and pretty much everything else he was ever on.
Oh,
That was his
that's a great one.
for the
Whoa.
90s. And he made a living off of just saying that. Yeah. So
That's a good one. I got a kick out of listening to him say that, actually. Whoa.
Oh, it was huge at the time. It was crazy. Like, build your career, off of one word. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
So,
Good choice. I wouldn't mind watching Blossom. I don't know if that's and the only thing I really remember about Blossom is her neighbor's, her best friend's name was Six.
yes.
And they asked
I like
her
Six.
why is your name Six? Well, my dad said that's how many beers it took. One of my favorite lines on TV. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. It was a fun show. It really was.
Yeah.
High five.
Oh,
Takes us into our top 5.
all right. My number 5. My dad would be proud of this one. Missed it by that much.
Oh, Mr. Maxwell
Get
Smart.
Yes.
Yep, Maxwell Smart.
Which I didn't watch a lot of this show. I did watch some of it though. So, but it's a pretty famous catchphrase, and it's something I do use still.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sure.
that's my number 5.
It's actually a fun show too. If you ever,
Uh,
the movie's okay. I don't know if you've seen the movie.
I have seen
That's
the movie.
Steve Carell, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember not being overly impressed with the movie,
Right.
but I wouldn't mind watching the show again. If anything, just to see him go down the manhole and do the whole into his secret lair or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Now there were that show was really good. I like that. Of course, the shoe phone.
mhm.
Yeah.
And who hasn't done that?
Right.
I don't know if anyone does it now.
Probably not. No.
I've done it to my kids.
Maybe just trying to send a text on a shoe wouldn't work.
Yeah. My line
Or
was
talking to it.
my line was always busy. Had to untie it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. My number 5. I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh, great.
Hannibal, the A-Team.
That's a
The end
great
of
one.
every episode, pretty much. Once they would take out the bad guys, and he would pull out his cigar and put this stupid smile on his face, and I love it when a plan comes together.
Who's your favorite member?
My favorite member? Oh, Murdoch, for sure.
100%.
Howlin'
And
Mad
it
Murdoch.
should have been Templeton Peck, since that's my last name.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like Face. Don't get me wrong, but it probably went Murdoch, Face, Hannibal, BA.
Amy.
Yeah, but I don't count hers.
She was a very integral cog in the A-Team machine.
So is the military. Do you like the movie?
I thought it was fun.
I did
I
too.
mean-
I enjoyed it.
Fun, yeah.
I enjoyed Bradley Cooper probably in that
Yeah.
movie more than anyone.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned him. That was something else. I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special last night. on Disney Plus. This should have been part of my what I've watched segment, but really liked it.
Oh, good.
Liked it a lot. It was really good. I don't know if you must not have seen my post or anything. The only part I didn't like was there was adult language used in one or two spots that added nothing and made it where kids wouldn't be able to enjoy it. Otherwise, I think it would be a very kid-friendly show with all, you got all the different characters. You got Groot, you got Rocket, you got all that. And of course, the movies aren't really, they use the language there too, so it's nothing different. But outside of that, for me watching it, I really enjoyed it. It'll probably be one I watch every year. It's pretty good.
Nice.
I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece or anything, but it's pretty good. Yeah. So
James Gunn. I don't know if I told you I've watched some of Peacemaker and Suicide Squad.
Have you said you liked it, right?
I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
For being not family friendly at all.
Right.
Of course, I watched them at 3 a.m. when I woke up one morning, but
sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Good.
Okay, let's see.
Number 4.
Kind of like your Joey Lawrence here. My number 4 is I'll Be Back. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm noticing I didn't do any movies. Mine are all TV, so any movie ones you have, I definitely didn't duplicate.
Well, the rest of mine are TV.
Now, I'll Be Back that's iconic. I mean,
yeah, it's every movie he's done.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Is it in Conan? I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't think he has a speaking line in Conan, but
Really?
that was after Terminator happened after Conan. So
yeah,
from first Terminator on, I think probably every film. Yeah. And I don't know if they started it to be that way or if it was just became so popular because of the way he says it that everybody was mocking it. That
it's a pretty great line in the first Terminator, though.
Yeah.
So
when he's at the cop station.
Yeah.
At the counter, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, when he drives the car in afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Boy, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Oh, such a good movie.
Yeah.
Really good.
Good stuff.
My number 4, I don't think so, Tim. Of course, from Home Improvement. There were a couple I wanted to use from this show, but I didn't. Of course, Heidi Ho Neighbor. But Al saying, I don't think so, Tim. And of course, his wife says it a few times too, but Al's the one who definitely every time Tim gets a little excited on stage, thinks he has a great idea, and he passes it over to Al, and Al just goes stoic and everything. And I don't think so, Tim. And it moves on. So
I think I would go with More Power.
That's a good one too.
I enjoy that show.
Oh yeah, it's fun. So that's the number 4.
All right. Top 3 now, huh?
Yeah, top 3.
All right. Number 3 is more of a sound than anything.
Oh, the Fonz.
The Fonz.
The Fonz.
Yeah, I don't think I could not have that on my list. This is one that I do not say often, though. I probably do, but I'm not realizing it. I'm going to just shut up now.
It's pretty iconic.
Yeah, the Fonz is one of the greatest characters on TV ever, I think.
So, yeah, for sure.
I mean, not personally, but in general.
Oh, yeah, iconic characters.
I mean, he beat Mork. So.
Well, you know what Friends says about that, right?
What?
Well, because Mork froze the Fonz.
Uh-huh.
Remember Phoebe's doctor when she's having the babies? The doctor comes in and he's a big Fonz fan. And they start talking about Mork freezing the Fonz, so he doesn't like Mork. And she says, "Oh, but it doesn't matter because he froze the Fonz, but the Fonz was already cool anyway, so it didn't hurt him."
Yeah, you're right. The
doctor's like, "Oh, yeah, that's right."
This is the one where Fonzie plays the bongos.
And of course, with the Fonz, you get the whole jump the shark thing. He created a whole new
term
thing that'll live forever. with shows just crossing that point where they should have been canceled before it happened.
Water skiing with a leather jacket. Good TV.
If you look back at it, man, he was a cheesy character. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Man. Although everybody on that show pretty much was.
Hey, Richie. Who's your
Richie
favorite
was
Happy
pretty
Days
cool.
character?
Yeah.
You have a
Richie was
favorite Happy
pretty
Days character?
Oh, it'd be Richie, yeah. I mean, I liked the mom too, but
Well, I'm trying to think of I can't even think of his name now. Not Ralph the Mouth, but his buddy.
Potsy.
Potsy. Thank you. I enjoyed him for some reason. Not enough to remember his name.
Yeah. All right. So that was your number 3?
Yes, sir.
My number 3 is How You Doing?
My number 2.
That's your number 2. So what I like about this line, though, I mean, Joey is iconic for How You Doing? But I don't think on the show it ever works. The only time I think it works is he makes Phoebe kind of chuckle when he says it to her. Because he tries it with his roommate, what's her name, the Ella McPherson, and she's just not fazed by it. He tries to say it to their cousin, and he gets stopped. He doesn't get to say it to Ross and Monica's cousin when she's being introduced to everybody. He's like, "How you?"
I don't remember the cousin.
Or Rachel's sister. I'm sorry,
Rachel's
not Monica.
sister, yeah.
Rachel's sister. So he never actually says it where it works, but apparently it's this great line that never fails. So, yeah.
When it doesn't work, there's always backpacking through Europe.
Backpacking through Europe. Yeah. Oh, I used to live in Europe.
That's a great line.
It is.
Because it's not overused either.
Right.
It's used just enough to where it makes you laugh, and then it's kind of forgotten about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my number 3, and your number 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that takes us to my number 2, also from Friends, is Oh My God. Janice. And I put this above How You Doing because there are just so many fun moments with this line that almost always include Chandler. Chandler's in the sperm bank. And who walks in? Janice. That's,
Him and Monica buying a house.
Yep. Who's there? Neighbor, Janice. Oh my God. Rachel's in the labor, in the hospital getting ready to give birth. And who comes in? It's Janice. Oh my God. And just so many moments.
Too bad I hate the character.
Oh yeah, I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah, I know.
Really like her.
Which makes me not like the catchphrase. So,
and of course, there's the double date as well, right? Him and Joey, and or Chandler and Joey, and they're out with Joey's girlfriend. Oh, what did you bring? Oh, she'll be Janice will be in just a minute. Yeah.
Best line in that whole episode is, "Oh, you can pick up a roll of quarters with your feet." Best line in that episode.
Oh man, so many great moments with Janice. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's not even there for that line, but
right.
Oh, that cracks me up.
She has a lot of moments, though. Like I said, yeah, not really enjoyable, I guess, but funny moments when she kind of invites herself to their wedding. And then she comes over to stay with them because she needs to be with family, and then she's going to just go automatically get in the bath. And
when she tells Joey she's coming for him next because she's got 2 out of 3.
That's 2 out of 3. Yeah. Janice and Joey's day of fun. Yeah.
I really wanted to beat her with
but you didn't. So
that's good stuff.
That is going to take us to our number 1.
That's what she said. Michael Scott.
That's what she said. Nice.
It's probably the one I use the most. And oddly enough, my wife uses it all the time.
Yeah.
Really makes me laugh when she does it. Which I think we've talked about this, but it comes from the saying, said the bishop to the actress,
Uh
which me and my wife tried to adopt saying that instead of that's what she said. It's almost impossible to switch.
huh.
But yeah, it's just, it can take anything and make it funny.
Yes, it can.
So my favorite use of this is actually not when he uses it, but when the lawyer from Dunder Mifflin is there to represent him, and
Uh huh.
and they're trying to get him to stop saying, and Jim's setting him up,
Right.
and then he's like, "Really? Because you've always left me satisfied." And then you can see him like,
You just
and then all of a
gotta
sudden,
let it
just,
out.
that's what she said. And then
Yeah.
and then as they're walking about the office, he's like, "You're just mad because you didn't think of it." It just cracks me up. I just think
my favorite use of it, I think, isn't even him saying it. I think it's Pam when she says it. She's so excited she got a chance to say it at the right time.
is that when she's wearing the costume?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what she said it for.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it is good. It is good. Um, yeah. I mean, and that's one that I didn't put on my list. I knew you would put it on there, and it's hilarious. I didn't put it on because, well, yeah, because that was around before Michael Scott, so it wasn't so much his catchphrase that he made up. It was already one that they used for the character, but his use of it. I mean, every meme right on Twitter or every GIF is him saying it different ways. So
Yeah, I
he's
think
going to be
you
the one
used it
associated
today.
with it forever. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I use one today. Yeah, definitely. It's perfect.
And while it was around before him, it's still a catchphrase.
It is, oh no, I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just why I didn't. I knew you were going to use it as your number one. And I didn't want to steal it from you. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you for only
So,
stealing my 2 and number 3. My 2 and number
there
4.
you go.
No, my 2 and whatever.
I'm known for stealing. I'm known for stealing number twos.
Yeah. I light it on fire and put it on the wood.
My number one isn't so much a person; it's a place, and that catchphrase is Norm. So this belongs more to Cheers and everybody that's part of the crowd at the bar. Norm is my number one catchphrase on TV.
So it's
And
funny because my wife suggested this one, and I
uh,
love it, but I don't consider it a catchphrase. I
yeah,
get
no, I didn't, and then I thought about it, and I was like, well, the bar is the main character, and that's kind of shown to us in
yeah.
the final episode. So either way, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't blame you at all for using it.
Yeah,
now I wish I
and
would
there's
have.
so many great responses that he has to the
What's going on, Norm?
afternoon, everybody, and then they always give what's shaking Norm, all four cheeks and a couple of chins. What's the story, Mr. Peterson? The Bobbsey twins go to the brewery. Let's cut to the happy ending. What you up to, Norm? My ideal weight if I were 11 feet tall. Just everything one after one. Those comebacks are some of the greatest lines in TV for me.
It's a dog eat dog world. I'm wearing milk bone underwear.
That's right. Yeah. So that was my number one for sure.
That's a great pick. Okay, I got to go back and find my honorable mentions because I got a ton.
Okay, I'll hit mine here. Bazinga, obviously Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. Nip it in the bud, Barney Fife, Andy Griffith show. We're gonna nip it in the bud. Kiss My Grits, Flo from Alice.
Kiss My Grits is on mine.
I had That's What She Said and Suit Up also as honorable mentions.
Let's see, I got Make It So, Star Trek.
Next Generation. No.
Thank You Very Much, Taxi.
Oh.
Hello, Newman. Yeah. Not Norman. Newman,
yeah, Seinfeld.
Suit Up. Treat Yourself. Parks and Recreation.
Uh-huh.
I'm too old for this.
I almost put that one. Yeah. Lethal
And
Weapon.
Heidi Ho Neighbor was another one of mine.
Heidi Ho Neighbor. Yeah, that's a good one. Yep.
That's it.
Good list. Good list. Yeah, man.
This was probably the easiest list. I mean, harder maybe to pick them but there's a million of them. You know.
So without getting into details, I think the next list, we'll talk about the show here in a minute, is the most difficult as far as narrowing it down for our Christmas show coming up.
I haven't even started. I
wrote some down today just off the top of my head, and I'm like, how am I going to cut this down to 10?
I think mine's going to be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about the TV shows might be a little harder for me, but like my number one's a movie. And
yeah, mine too, for sure. Anyway, yeah, coming up, what's going to happen for us is next Tuesday, the 6th of December, we are going to be Midlive Vices. We're going live and in living color. And we're going to have some guests we've had on so up to this point on our shows. Hopefully they'll all be able to make it so far. We're hoping for and have kind of a soft confirmation from both of the Gathering of the Geeks, Chris Evans and Emmett. Chris from Lost in Comics, Adam from Tricks for Truth and everywhere else on the internets, Thanos, Brian Lasseter, and DC Patrol. Hopefully they are all going to be joining us. We're going to be doing our top Christmas shows episodes, and it's going to be done a little bit differently. Otherwise, if we were all doing a top 10 with 6 or 7 or 8 people, we'd be lasting for 6 or 7 hours. And I know it's kind of early to do a Christmas episode, but as we start getting closer to Christmas, things get a little busier for everybody. People have more obligations, and I want to be able to get as many people in as possible. So
we're going to have that, and then we're going to have Jared on at some point in December. I think we're going to be doing the top 10 anime or cartoons, right?
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah. I got to start working on those lists too.
Yeah. Mine's going to be cartoons. I've never watched a whole anime, so.
No, I've only watched really one anime, so that'll be on my list for sure. But yeah.
But you know what? I'm looking forward to hearing his. And
for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys are available, hopefully you could be there in the live chat. That should be interesting. If there's anybody who watches the show who's not actually going to be on it.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
That would be pretty awesome. So that's going to be Tuesday, December 6th at 6 Pacific, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain Time. I'm not sure where Arizona's at right now. I don't know if they changed or didn't. I know they don't change, but I don't know which time zone they're stuck in. But you guys know what you are. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you can join us. I'd like to have at least one person other than, I don't know who else would be in chat. Hopefully we'll have one person in chat. That'll be fun. Maybe Fitz will join us.
We could they could just give it to us in the chat. Just
there you go.
Yeah.
Just come in and give us your thumbs down in the chat. We do appreciate your thumbs down. If you give us a thumbs down, you're probably not watching anyway. You're just coming in and giving thumbs down. But
it just means you might know it's off the show.
That's right. But yeah, come in, say hi. There'll be some great people there, and we will also be there.
Yes.
So it should be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun.
I think I expect to laugh.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Yeah. So. Yeah. It's just talking today, kind of planning for it. I'm amazed so many people just popped up immediately that we never see on weekends.
I know.
In the DM today. That was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like they never respond or comment on anything.
Was it just last weekend I was saying how dead it was for us on Twitter?
Last weekend, like, man, Twitter's dead on weekends.
Yeah. And it is. Which is understandable.
Yeah. Sure. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. It'd be a good time talking to those guys.
But yeah, so this will go out. This will be Wednesday at noon. So yeah, we'll definitely post some more stuff. We'll advertise, trying to let people know. I gotta say, Chris, Lost in Comics, Chris, I'm very disappointed in you. I mentioned the show on your show the other night, and you completely forgot that we were doing it. So I'm just a little offended, just a little. But I already told you that, so I'm really not offended. I can't believe I wasn't his first priority when he was interviewing Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. Priorities. So,
I mean, we've been
no,
in
but it's going to
DM.
be a good
I don't know how long our DM's been going on for.
time.
I just know it'd probably take me 3 weeks to get to the top of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it
And
takes a while. So.
that's just when we switched over from the Boston Comics one to that one.
Right. That's right. We did, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a whole different one for a while. But we wanted to keep Oscar out of it, I believe.
Yeah. We once he left the show, we're like, you're out.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Just kidding, Oscar.
All right. So that's going to do it for tonight's show. Appreciate everybody watching. And hopefully you will be able to, throw your comments down there in the bottom, like DC Patrol does. I really appreciate
tell us your favorite
Jason.
stuff.
Yeah, let us know. Give us suggestions too. We like stuff that we don't listen to. So let us know what you think. And we will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Take care.